Prince William skipped an important lunch with Prince Harry and Queen Elizabeth II as his anger over the Duke and Duchess of Sussex exit from the royal family came to a head, a royal commentator has claimed. A new bombshell Channel 4 documentary series has examined the role of the royal family and its future as the world's focus turns to Queen Elizabeth II's heirs, Prince Charles and Prince William. The Duke of Cambridge was in the spotlight during the third and final episode of The Real Windsors, as his journey from reluctant prince to trusted successor was explored by royal experts and commentators. After the retirement of Prince Philip, William took a more active role in decision-making within the firm, joining Charles and the Queen in discussions that regarded the future of the monarchy. So when Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle announced their plans to carve out a progressive new role in the institution, William was massively involved in the discussions about what happened next. Harry and Meghan revealed their plans to step down from their senior roles within the royal family in January 2020. A crisis meeting was subsequently held by the Queen at Sandringham, her Norfolk estate where she spends the festive season and beginning of the new year. Roya Nika, royal editor at the Sunday Times, told the Channel 4 documentary, "Obviously William was there, at the crisis meeting, and was involved in the discussions because how that exit was handled, and what Harry and Meghan's future role would or wouldn't be, not only impacts on the Queen's reign now, and the Prince of Wales' future reign as king, but also on William's future reign as king." Katie Nicholl, author of William and Harry, Behind the Palace Walls, added, "The Queen knew that probably the best way to have a successful summit was to have a lunch beforehand, and just to give the brothers an opportunity to come together and perhaps soften the atmosphere a little bit." But by all accounts, William didn't arrive until the meeting was just about to start, which was after the lunch, and Harry took lunch with the Queen alone. I think that's a very clear indicator as to just how angry William was about it. William just couldn't understand that Harry was essentially turning his back on the duty that he was born into, and Harry couldn't understand that he wasn't being able to forge ahead with a different way of being this bear. More than a week after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex released their initial statement, the Queen issued a personal statement of her own. Her Majesty said, "Harry, Meghan and Archie will always be much-loved members of my family. I recognize the challenges they have experienced as a result of intense scrutiny over the last 2 years and support their wish for a more independent life." But this was followed by a second, more business-like statement, which confirmed Harry and Meghan would no longer formally represent the Queen. They were able to keep their private patronages, but royal duties, including Harry's military appointments, and public funds associated with those duties were taken away. The couple were also not allowed to use their HRH titles, as they were no longer working members of the royal family. The Duke shared his disappointment at a private reception for the charity he founded, Set of Bail, a few days later. He said, "It brings me great sadness that it has come to this. What I wanted to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth, and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible." He continued, "You've looked out for me for so long. But the media is a powerful force, and my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful because this is so much bigger than just us." Their exit also affected their relationships with members of the royal family. While there had been reports of tensions between the royal brothers for some time, following the stepping down of Harry and Meghan, the prince's personal and professional relationship hit a new low. Ms. Nicholl said, "All I know is that they did go for a long walk together after the summit, which obviously was difficult for both of them. Very difficult as well for William in terms of acknowledging that he was losing the person that he thought would be by his side for the rest of his life all the way to the top job as king. And I was told, they did not part as friends, and that's sad." but I think that gives you an indication as to how difficult that relationship has been for a while. The brothers' relationship was put back into the spotlight earlier this year when Harry and Meghan returned to the UK for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Royal watchers had hoped for a reunion between the princes and their wives but were left disappointed when the Duke and Duchess of Sussex jetted back to the US, having not publicly interacted with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The atmosphere during the national service of Thanksgiving at St. Paul's Cathedral, the only event Harry and Meghan officially attended, was described as frosty, with the couples reportedly not even making eye contact during the hour-long event. It was also reported that the couples did not spend any private time together during the 4-day weekend. In the lead-up to Meghan and Harry's upcoming return in September, questions about whether Sussexes and Cambridges will meet have once again arisen. Many reports have suggested that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have no plans to see the Cambridges, despite the fact that the couples are likely to be within walking distance of each other during the Sussexes' stay. It is understood that Harry and Meghan may stay at their former royal residence, Frogmore Cottage, during their fleeting visit to the UK, putting them just a few minutes' walk away from Kate and William's new home, Adelaide Cottage. Kinsey Schofield, founder of todayfordaily.com and author of new book Ours for Revenge Dress, told Express. Co.uk she did not expect a reunion between the couples, once dubbed the Fab Four'. She said, "I would not expect to see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex reunite with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. What we are seeing here is rival royal engagements executed by retired senior members of the royal family." Their visit will come just weeks ahead of the expected release of Harry's tell-all memoir. According to publisher Penguin, Harry's memoir will share, for the very first time, the definitive account of the experiences, adventures, losses and life lessons that have helped shape him. It is this highly anticipated book that some royal commentators believe is putting a hold on the reconciliation between Harry and his older brother. Writing on Twitter, royal author Phil Dampier said he can't see any chance of a reconciliation between the Sussexes and the Cambridges until Harry's book is out of the way. He added, "It's likely to make things worse!" However, the content of the book has remained largely under wraps, and while some believe that Duke of Sussex will use it to make shocking revelations about the royal family, others think that Prince will use the book to focus on himself, perhaps discussing his time in the military and the impact of his mother's death. Earlier this month, Tom Sykes, the Daily Beast's royal correspondent, told an episode of the Royally Us podcast that Harry is likely to avoid using his memoir to launch an attack on the royal family and will instead focus very much on himself.